Hey YouTube, Mark here, and we're going to do a review on a Burberry fragrance. Now I'm late on this one. Every single reviewer has reviewed this fragrance. So it's about time that I review the Christmas tree of the Burberry line, Burberry London. So let's take a look at the bottle. I'm sure a lot of you've seen it before. It's a plain bottle with a little coat on it. That's what I basically call it. There's the pattern in the front. And there's the pattern in the back. We got a sticker at the bottom. And there we go. So that's the actual bottle. Now the box itself, funny thing is they actually have this right here. It's actually kind of like a tag that you'd find in the back of your clothes or on a purse or something, because they actually kind of glued it. It's a fabric, so kind of cool that they put that on there instead of just putting a design. So Burberry London, guys, comes in 3 bottle sizes: 1, 1.7, 3.4 ounce. You'd be looking at around $30 to $75 to purchase this fragrance. So it's fairly good price. It's priced fairly well for this type of fragrance. Now, this one hit the shelves in 2006. Group Oriental Spicy, definitely in the Oriental Spicy genre. Now the Parfumier, very, very highly rated Parfumier, Antoine Maisondieu. Now Antoine, if you're not too sure what Antoine has done, Burberry Brit, Armani Code should tell you enough that there is some fairly good fragrances done by Antoine. Now, recommended age, fairly mature fragrance. I would go, guys in their 20s can pull this off in a cool night, so I'm going to go 20 and up, to be honest with you. An older gentleman would pull this off amazingly, but a younger gentleman will also pull this off definitely in the festive season. So basically almost anybody can wear this. How many sprays and wear? I don't go too crazy with London. I go 1 on the neck and 1 on each wrist or arm, and I am set. 3 sprays, sometimes less is more with some fragrances. This one is one of them. Now let's take a look at the notes. The note breakdown: violet leaf in the top notes, lavender, bergamot, pepper, cinnamon leaves. Now in the mid, we got mimosa, port wine, and leather. And then in the base, we got tobacco leaf, gaiac wood, and oak moss. So some really interesting notes, to be honest with you. Especially the cinnamon leaves, yummy. Port wine, leather, tobacco leaf, gaiac wood. So this is going to be a real mature scent. I love the way this one breaks down. Now, on a special note, Burberry has released a special edition last year, Burberry London. A lot of people are discussing, is it the same juice? It's a different bottle. If you haven't seen it, just go Burberry London Special Edition and you'll see what I'm talking about. That special edition, I was lucky enough to sample it. I don't own a bottle yet. It is a different scent. It's toned down. It's a little lighter. There's more citrus in the top notes, and it's got a lighter take with the same base, basically. So anybody that owns Burberry London, I would say forget about it. Definitely don't waste your money on it unless you're a collector like myself. But other than that, it's not too different. Now let's dissect Burberry London. A lot of people have their take on it. Most of the people have the same take, because it's not very hard to really explain what Burberry London does. So one thing that I noticed is it starts really safe with a lavender bergamot combination, but that only lasts a week. Now I've been spraying it and whiffing it right away, and that's what I got. I had to spray it for a few days just trying to figure out. I smelled like a Christmas tree for like a week, just trying to find out what is that. So if you do find really fresh, maybe some people that top note's gonna last longer than myself, but for me, I just spray it, smell. It smells really fresh with the bergamot, the lavender, and then that goes away right away for me. Then here comes the spice train. The spice party starts off with the cinnamon. Okay, pepper joins in. Then a faint hint of leather joins the party. I also think I get a hint of cherry wine boozy note. I'm guessing that's the port wine, obviously. So definitely a nice boozy touch to it. The base has a rich amber, vanilla, but it's a very strong, delicious trail of tobacco leaf though. And the smooth gaiac wood joins in also. Now there is a mossy feeling to it. Think polo line, polo green, polo blue. They all have that oak moss signature fragrance note on the polo line. You're going to get that from this also. So really, Burberry London, in basically the gist of it, it's like a booze tobacco feel to it. It's smooth, very nicely blended, elegant, comforting. It's very spicy, dry fragrance, and it smells really natural. Anybody that says this is like when you bring in a real live Christmas tree or pine tree in your house, that's what this feels like. Definitely the best way to really describe this fragrance. The hint of cinnamon, all that put together. So definitely one of those festive fragrances. It's really strange that this one hasn't been on the market for as long as it has been, because it basically has a classic vibe to it. Like, it only came out in 2006, but it really feels like everybody owns this. It feels like it's been out for like 20 years and it's just done so well. It's really strange to see, hey, it only came out in 2006 and it already has that classic, well done fragrance. So it's got that vibe to it. Definitely highly recommended by me. So why would you hate this fragrance? Well, there's a lot of people that don't like the cinnamon, the spice, really that type of feel. It's very much, really the spice would be something that would make someone not like this fragrance. Longevity problems with this one. I hear a lot of people have longevity problems with this one. With these type of fragrances, just like John Varvatos Vintage, I've had problems with the longevity. So might be what's in it, these type of fragrances. So one word to describe this fragrance has to be festive, bar none. This is your Thanksgiving, Christmas Day type of feel of fragrance. Probably not the most versatile to me, but definitely one for special occasions like that. Bottles, if you own Boucheron, Jaipur, and John Varvatos Vintage, they're around the same realm as this. If you own those, or you own this and you're looking for something around the same genre, take a look at those, or take a look at this one. Buy, try, or pass, guys. This one has to be a buy in my eyes. It's very well made, smells natural, smells like what it's supposed to do. Very spicy, cinnamon-like, festive fragrance. Does it very, very well, and I have to recommend this as a buy. A definite crowd pleaser. So when I close my eyes, this fragrance reminds me of what? Obviously, this reminds me of like going on a retreat with Steph during Christmas time. Let's say we went skiing. We're just going into the cabin. We're done skiing for the day. We take off our ski clothes. We put on our PJs. The fire's crackling. We're of course in a cabin, so we're surrounded by wood. I make her hot chocolate, and we sit in front of the fireplace. That's it. That is definitely what this reminds me of. It's Christmas time, so there's a Christmas tree in the corner in the cabin, so that's what this reminds me of. So guys, this is Burberry London. I would say the best from the fragrance line, definitely recommended. So let's get to the rating system and rate London. Alright guys, let's rate London. Projection, 8 out of 10 gives me great projection for the first 3-4 hours, then it kind of stays on the skin. Longevity, 7 out of 10. Very spotty. Sometimes it gives me 6 to 8 hours, usually. Sometimes it gives me more, sometimes it gives me less. Versatility, 7 out of 10. Not the most versatile fragrance. Great for winter and fall, by the way. I usually just wear it for the bulk of December. Great for an evening fragrance if you want to wear it in those cold nights. Overall smell, 10 out of 10. Pulls that off. Great. The best out of the business for that type of fragrance. Overall, this fragrance gets 9 bottles out of 10 out of it.